Whenever our first guest tonight pays a visit, sales of throat lozenges in the area go way up. He's back and looking for blood in the sequel with the longest title yet. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1 opens in theaters November 18th. Please welcome Rob.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Are you transforming into a werewolf? What's going on here? Which side are you on?
I'm falling apart today. My pants are falling down as well. It's really embarrassing. I tried. I always seem to be wearing the same stuff on talk shows all the time, and I was like, I'm just going to wear a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wear these shoes, and then I realized I'm all uncomfortable now. I have my uniform.
No, you're all right. You're fine. Now, I feel like a nerd. You feel comfortable. You got like a rock and roll T-shirt on there.
I don't even know what it is. It's probably some racist thing or something. I don't even know. I have no idea. It's not even mine.
Some white power organization. Well, you're wearing a borrowed shirt. Are you still homeless? Last time you were here, you had no home.
No, yeah, definitely.
You're wandering around the globe and with no place to go. Did you settle anywhere?
Not yet, no.
You haven't? Wow.
I haven't.
And your parents are here with you tonight. Do they want you to move back in with them? Hi there, Mom and Dad.
This is the only time. This is the only time I ever see my parents.
Is it they show up in the audience at talk shows hoping you'll acknowledge them?
I had no idea they were coming.
Well, hi there.
Yeah.
How are you? Oh, good. Oh, they have English accents too. That's something. Hey, when you go back home, do you stay with them?
Yeah.
You do? In like your kid bed with posters on the wall and stuff?
Yeah, I got my Linda Blair poster from The Exorcist.
Wow, that's
my childhood
going
crush.
way back. Yeah, I guess so. Early in your career, I know you did some hand modeling. I read about this, and I think your mom was involved in this somehow, right?
I don't know. I was talking about this earlier. I think. I don't know, this is annoying because it's one of my little talk show stories. Yeah. Which I've used over the years like many, many times, and now my mom is in the audience, and I knew that because she's here, someone's going to bring it up. Yeah. And she's like, that's completely untrue. Like, you just made it up. But I think, like, a lot of my dreams, like, have intermingled with reality now. Like, as I've talked about them so much.
Oh, I see.
And so I think it is either, is this true? I have no idea. Did I ever do hand modeling?
Did your son do hand modeling, and as a woman's hand model as well?
I'm just going to say it's true.
It's not true.
I think it's absolutely.
Well, your hands are, they're quite lovely, I have to say.
They're very girly.
Have you done any hand modeling at all?
I think, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I didn't do that. And now I was trying to think of other stories so I could get out of this.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of butt modeling, which you have no idea about. And you can't refute that.
Is there a big market for butt modeling?
I'm a butt double for like a lot of different
A lot of famous actors? Yeah. I had no idea. That's a bit of trivia we didn't have. Where have you been over? I know you've been traveling all over the past few weeks. Where have you gone?
I went to, where did we go? Paris, Brussels, and Stockholm.
Paris,
I didn't get
Brussels,
any screams.
Stockholm. No Stockholmians here tonight? And do you get to see any of these places when you're there? Or do they just rush you in and out of the cities?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's kind of, you go to different places, especially places like Brussels, where I don't really know anything about it, and then so I mean, I don't really see anything, but everyone from the place asks you what it's like and what do you know about Brussels, and you just say stupid stuff. So it eventually just kind of causes a mess, like the whole way through Europe, and they're like, "What do you know about Brussels?" I'm like, "You eat mayonnaise with your fries," and like that was it.
Love your sprouts.
That was it. Someone in Stockholm asked at the press conference, like, they're from Finland, and they're like, would you ever, I'm not going to do a Finnish accent, they're like, would you ever come to Finland? And I ended up saying stuff like, well, we just went to Belgium, so like, I'm like, what is happening? I'm completely delirious. Like, this is terrible.
No, countries don't like being lumped together, I guess. Yeah.
It's awful.
And so then you just leave that town in ruins and you go on to the next place.
Just move away. I mean, everyone, I don't know what people are thinking when they think a press tour is of any value to anybody.
I think they just get excited that you're there, even though ultimately, yeah, you wind up just kind of talking to a camera in a language you don't speak.
Completely, yeah. We also had, I had the one there's the one different thing that happened in Stockholm. Somebody, I got attacked. And it was the greatest thing ever. I mean, after like 4 years of doing fan events and stuff, everything's great, everything's just sort of screaming and stuff. And then there's this one guy who you had to pay for a ticket to get into this thing in Stockholm, and he was like trying to throw stuff at me. He was trying to throw rocks or something, and there's suddenly this huge security concern and stuff. And I was like, wow, no, let him do it, let him. I want there to be mayhem. And yeah, it didn't amount to anything.
You got stoned in Stockholm.
I was literally getting stoned.
Wow. Well, that's not good. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
No,
but
it was so much fun.
That to me would be a negative. That's where we differ. You shot in Brazil, a lot of the movie, right? Or a part of the movie was shot in Brazil. That wasn't fake. That was really Brazil?
That was Brazil. There was Brazil and St. Thomas in the Caribbean.
And has vampire fever hit even Brazil?
Oh man, I think like you can excite Brazilians by doing anything.
Oh really?
You can kind of, you can sort of, I mean, as soon as we turned up, I mean, there's such a different mentality. It's like fever pitch as soon as you go there. I mean, I know there's also a sort of exuberance. People want to hug you, and they don't understand anything. Even if there's 1,000 people and they all try and hug you at the same time, they have there's no understanding of it being like of you feeling uncomfortable.
Right.
They think they're just like, what? It's a party. What?
They're just very warm and they want
to. And so even on the set, there's a scene with me and Kristen walking down the street in Rio, and yeah, all the extras just suddenly just grab you, and they're all getting thrown off by security. So you probably can see it in the movie. There's like just big security guys dressed as sort of Rio party goers, surrounding us.
Wow. Well, we have a clip from the movie when we come back, and I saw the film. It's first of all, I enjoyed it, and secondly, it's very erotic. It's very erotic. We're going to see some of that when we come back. The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 1, opens November 18th. Robert Pattinson, we'll be right back.